All right, so today we're going to do 10.2, which is called real number exponents. So we're going to take equations set up like this, and instead of finding x minus 1 to the 3 halves power, we're going to actually multiply both sides by the reciprocal of this power. So if the power is 3 halves, I'm going to multiply by 2 over 3 over here, which means I also need to multiply 8 to the 2/3 power. Okay? You're going to see why in just a second. Okay? This is going to be easier to do on the calculator versus doing this. It's going to get all funky. Okay? So if you can move it away from your variable, do that, okay? So the 2's are going to cancel, the 3's are going to cancel. You're left with the x minus 1 equal to 8 to the 2/3. And 8 to the 2/3, you're just going to do on your calculator, right? So get out your calculator, punch in 8, use the little caret button, and then in parentheses, you can just put 2 divided by 3, hit the equal sign, that's a little shortcut. Or you can do 8 squared first, take that answer, do the cube root. Anybody done it yet?
You get 4.
Yep, you get 4. So everybody try it on your calculator, make sure you get 4. If you don't get 4, let me know, all right? Now look at this, this is like a pre-algebra problem, right? All you do is add 1 to both sides, and you get x equals 5. Any questions on example number 1 there? All right. Example number 2. All right, so we have 5 times x to the negative 1/3 power equal to the 20. We're going to try and isolate, try and get that x by itself, okay? So we can multiply by the reciprocal in just a second, but first it's being multiplied by 5, and guess what? 20 is divisible by 5, so divide both sides by 5. 5's cancel over here, you've got x to the negative 1/3 equals 4. And then if we just flip this fraction, right, to negative 3 over 1, take this to a power of negative 3 over 1. These cancel, right, and a negative times a negative is a positive, so we're just left with x on the left. And then we have 4 to the negative 3rd power. And when you have a negative exponent, you should do what? Move it to 1 over, so move it to the denominator. So if it's in the numerator, move it to the denominator. It becomes 4 to the 3rd power. Punch that in your calculator. What is 4 to the 3rd power? 1 over 64. Okay. Any questions on example number 2 there? All right, example number 3. Move it up a little bit for you. Let me rewrite that in pen because it's got all sloppy. All right, we have 6 to the power of the square root of 2 over 6 to the negative power negative 2. Okay, so we want to take that negative exponent and move it, right? Usually we see it in the numerator. Now we're seeing it in the denominator, so we need to take it and move it up to the numerator. So we're going to multiply this by 6 to the square root of 2. So now we've got 6, and if we have one of them here and one of them here, same bases, what do we do with those exponents? Add them. So we have 2 square roots of 2. And we can simplify this part, right? What's 6 squared? 36. So we have 36 to the square root of 2. And we can't simplify that anymore. That's as far as you can go with that one. Because that's going to get you a decimal. You punch that in the calculator. All right? Example number 4. Take 4 to the power of pi, and pi is also decimal, right? Multiply that by 2 to the, 3 minus 2 pi. Four pi times 2 to the 3 minus 2 pi. What do you notice about those bases? They're not the same, right? 4 and 2 are not the same, but can we rewrite one of them with the same base? Yeah. 4 is what? 2 to the second. So this becomes 2 to the second pi times 2 to the 3 minus 2 pi. And then since the bases are the same, we can do what with the exponents? Add them. So we have 2 pi, and then over here we have a minus 2 pi. Nice. And then we have 2 to the third. So 2 to the third. Most of you can do that one in your head. If not, type it in your calculator. You should get 8. All right. Example number 5. We're going to take... No, we added these exponents, so the 2 pi minus the 2 pi, they're opposites, so they go to 0. Because there's the same base, you just take that one base and add the exponents. Oh, yeah. Yes. All right, number 5, we're seeing a power to a power. So when you have a power to a power, what do you do with the exponents? Multiply them. So we're going to have that same base of 3. Then we're going to take that 2 rad 2, multiply it by the other rad 2. 2 rad 4, yes. So this equals 3 to the 2 rad 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So this is equal to 3 to the 2 times 2, which is 3 to the 4th. 3 times 3 is 9. Another 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Finish copying that down. And then we're going to get out your Chromebooks, and we're going to do an activity in Desmos. So pull out your Chromebook. Anybody still copying down number 5? Okay. Yes. I'll give it to you when she's done.
I'm one of those people that determined not to stop a problem until I fixed it, you know?
I know. When you're done, just give them to Mario, okay?